Oh shit. Here we go again.
The third option is, it was just a lone wolf, shooter. This kid just was like, I'm going to change the course of history. I'm going to take it upon myself, blah, 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 blah. And I feel like that's probably the least likeliest because he didn't leave a manifesto. He wasn't like present on social media, or either that or they scrubbed all of his social media presence. So it's hard for me to believe that that's the case. And then last but not least, I think this is probably the most likely, like I said, it's a deep state fucking ploy to eliminate, the Republican candidate because he cannot be bought, he cannot be sold. He stands up for what he believes in. He is a rogue actor and an establishment. Like he goes against the establishment, and that's what they hate. And so they were trying to take him out because he cannot be controlled, unlike all these other politicians. So it's one of those four. Either the left did it, the right did it, lone wolf, or, like I said, deep state coup.
Whew. Ladies and gentlemen, long time no see. We appreciate you all the same. This is another episode of Real Conversations with Cozy and Murph. We're back. Took a little break, getting our lives figured out. Murph, give us an update, man. Why you been so busy, bro?
Well, our daughter was born June 21st. So, we've been getting adjusted to that. Also, my schedule got pretty much flipped. I was working days and now I'm on midnights. So I've been also getting adjusted to that. And our oldest, Emmy, she's had a hard time adjusting to the baby being here. I wouldn't say a hard time, but it's different. She's not the only one now. And so so we've got a lot of things, a lot of moving parts, a lot of things in motion right now. So it's just been hard for me to find time to record because, I go in at 11 p.m. I don't get off till 7 a.m., and then I want to hang out with the fam for, an hour or two, but then I have to get in bed because, I need to sleep until 3 or 4. And then by that time you're already, I know you've been working afternoons, you've been working 12-hour shifts as well. So it's just our schedules haven't really been aligned like they were before. So it's been hard for us to just, set aside some time for us to be able to get together and record. But moving forward, we're going to do the best we can to stay consistent. It's just, there's a lot of stuff going on. This is a hobby for us. It'd be different if we could do this full time and get paid for it, But yeah, I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to get back behind the mic and be able to spew some bullshit with my boy JD.
Yeah, it's been too long, and I won't let you feel like you have to take any blame or sort. Obviously, I know we both dealing with a lot of life, work, stressors, all kinds of shit that happens to be when you're a man. You got to wake up, go do your shit, and everything else kind of falls into place as it will. But I'm happy to be here. I'm glad you texted me tonight. I wasn't doing shit. It was kind of is a good thing to pop up. So I desperately wanted to get this done. I know we both have been kind of like bouncing things off of each other and how to make this work. But we fly by the seat of our pants, and like you said, it's a hobby for us. We're regular people, just doing the best we can. And like your shirt says, never fucking quit, dude. Never fucking quit. Never fucking quit. Well, a lot has popped off. I will say, we'll jump right into this because we ain't going to waste people's time. A lot has popped off since the last time we spoke. And I think, not sports-wise. Sports are kind of slow right now, obviously. We'll bust into that at the end. But One, we got the assassination attempt on Donald Trump. Two, we've got Joe Biden dropping out of the race and all the conspiracies that are flying among that. And what, like, three, I guess, is like, what the hell are we to expect moving forward?
The bottom line is we are in end stage capitalism, third world country, fucking deep state coup. This is a coup to overthrow the powers that be and reshape the government, the political structure, the power structure as we know it in America. This is the beginning of the end, folks. And I don't mean to be Alex Jones, doomsday, fucking fearmonger, but the writing's on the wall. It has been for a while. They tried to take out Trump. It was, we could do a whole fucking hour on just that alone.
That, dude. Wow.
Because it was a setup. There's no way the Secret Service and all the police and all the fucking authority figures did not see this kid climb up on a fucking roof that was 150 yards away from, the stage where the former president was going to be, giving a rally. There's no way. There's been multiple eyewitness accounts that say, hey, they tried to alert them. There's been multiple video clips. I don't know if you've seen the ones that are going around Twitter that have confirmed that they saw the guy and they were told to stand down.
Yeah.
Until
that's crazy.
Yeah. And so, it's so fucking it's like so crazy the world we live in because you don't know what to fucking believe anymore.
Yeah.
They've done such a great job of spreading misinformation and deceiving us to where we think one thing and then 6 months later the truth will come out that it was the total opposite. So it's like we don't know what to believe anymore. So it's like I don't know what to make of it, but I do know the election is in November. So like you have to make a fucking like a quick decision on what you want to believe because you only have a few months to process it anyway.
Yeah.
We're 4 months away from November.
Yeah.
So actually less, it's almost August. So
yeah,
it's just like, I don't know what to think about it. There's so much shit going on. It's like, man, I just want to keep my world small, go to work, come home, pay my bills, take care of my family. I live, it's like, I don't know at this point.
Yeah. No, dude, that's like, it's like so difficult to not get caught up in all of it, especially like, being somebody that does scroll social media, especially Twitter for circumstances like,
oh yeah,
if you're on Twitter, you know what I'm saying? We've done this whole debate about Twitter, but you get caught up in everything and the conspiracies and the things and the other perspectives and the, other people's eyesight witnesses and all, you just get caught up in it and you're just like, what the fuck am I to actually believe? And like just on the Trump thing, I don't even got to break into the Biden stuff yet, but like, one, like you said, how the fuck does this kid? He's a kid, like
20-year-old. He's 20 years old,
and he's a rinky-dink ass looking kid, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're telling me this didn't alert anybody? I don't believe that for a second. The way people look around and have phones and all this stuff nowadays, like, and two, the Secret Service. You're telling me they didn't set up perimeter on this whole thing?
Okay. No, they did. Exactly. For sure.
They did. Like,
I don't know if you saw the Candace Owens piece on it, but she did a little video on it, and she was talking about how the Secret Service gets there like a week in advance and like covers every single angle that could be a fucking danger point for for an assassination attempt. So like there's just, it's all so fishy, and they've got their patsy. They put the one chick, the director of the Secret Service, they put her on. They took her to Congress for a congressional hearing. They paraded her around like this is all her fault.
No,
she was forced to resign basically, and so now we're supposed to believe that it was her fault that all this shit happened. Like no, there was failure on several levels, or people were told to just not do anything, like just look the other way.
Yeah.
The CIA's been doing this shit for fucking since they came into being back in the fucking, back when Kennedy was assassinated.
Yeah. I guess my like conspiracy brain starts, turning in the sense like if it was CIA, they had Kennedy, they made sure that shot wasn't missed, whether it came from inside the car or actually up on the fucking, skyscraper. It's like, how do you set up something if it is set up and not set it up to where it's a guarantee? Like, that's where I'm like,
that is kind of, I mean, and here's the thing. I've talked to several people about this, because it's been on, the mind of pretty much everybody since it happened. And there's one of four possibilities. Either the left set this up and they wanted to take Trump out because they've been trying to take him out for a while.
Yeah.
They they convicted him. He's a convicted felon. They tried to take him off the ballot, and now and maybe this was a last ditch attempt to try to eliminate him permanently. Okay, that's one option. Two, this was a set up by the right to try to embolden their base,
lift them up,
yes, and elevate Trump even higher than he is, and because the shooter missed, so maybe that was on purpose. I don't know. There's just like I said, there's so much to consider that we don't know for sure. So that's another option. Either the left did it, the right did it. The third option is it was just a lone wolf, shooter. This kid just was like, I'm going to change the course of history. I'm going to take it upon myself, blah, 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 blah. And I feel like that's probably the least likeliest because he didn't leave a manifesto. He wasn't like present on social media, or either that or they scrubbed all of his social media presence. So it's hard for me to believe that that's the case. And then last but not least, I think this is probably the most likely. Like I said, it's a deep state fucking ploy to eliminate, the Republican candidate because he cannot be bought, he cannot be sold. He stands up for what he believes in. He is a rogue actor and an establishment. Like he goes against the establishment, and that's what they hate. And so they were trying to take him out because he cannot be controlled, unlike all these other politicians. Yeah. So it's one of those four. Either the left did it, the right did it, lone wolf, or, like I said, deep state coup.
Yeah. And I guess in all of this too, like I tend to lean towards option 4 as well. It's kind of like that's more than likely what it is. Where my conspiracy
just makes the most sense.
It makes the most sense. It's like, does this incident? I think it obviously sways the those swing votes, those guys that are in between. They're just kind of leaning towards what feels right. But how does this swing a person like yourself?
I mean, I think definitely Trump has it locked up now. I think it's all over but the liberal tears at this point because, like I said, they've demonized him from the very beginning, which, back in 2016, I was on that boat. Yeah. I was against Trump. I thought he was a racist, sexist pig and was going to do nothing but destroy America, yada, yada, yada. And it really, honestly, those 4 years were not that bad. Yeah. I mean, let's be honest. Yeah. There was a lot of good things that happened. There were some bad things that happened as well. And, it is what it is. But I feel like now they had the whole witch hunt with him in Russia, which turned out to be totally false. Yeah. And now they've brought him up on all these bogus charges of using campaign money to pay a hooker or whatever, a porn star, that, whatever. So he's been convicted felon. People still are going to vote for him. They tried to take him off the ballot, through legal, proceedings. Still couldn't do it. Now, there's assassination attempt. Still, it's like he's fucking Teflon Don. He's fucking 50 Cent. Dude, that fucking, did you see where they did an AI version of Mini Men by 50 Cent and it was Trump's voice?
Yeah.
Yes, dude.
Speaking
Like,
of the Teflon Don, bro, have you seen that documentary on Netflix?
about John Gotti?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gotti, bro.
Yeah.
That
Untouchable.
it reminds me so much of Donald
He's a
Trump. It's crazy,
gangster, bro. Like, he's
bro.
just like, whatever you throw at him, he's gonna fucking overcome it. And what's crazy is like, the day after the assassination attempt, he went out golfed.
Yeah,
I don't know if he did 18 holes or 9 holes or what, but
he's out
he's
the
just
fucking
out there like, fuck it, like they can't touch
try
me.
again. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's crazy. I do think it. I'm not trying to glaze him. I'm not trying to be a glazer on any behalf, but I do think it's like wild how he takes that shot and still stands up, has enough wherewithal to be like a moment, because this is a
yeah,
moment right here. You know what I'm saying? It's
yeah,
like that's so crazy to me. Like
yeah.
not get escorted. Like they listened. He said, wait. All right, let's wait a second.
I said, wait, let me get my shoe back on
Yeah.
because his shoe fell off. But yeah, I mean, I want to believe that was like that picture is one of the where it's like him and he's
So
got his
hard,
fist
bro.
up and the American flag behind. That is one of the best pictures of all time. Like I don't care what your political beliefs are, that shit goes hard.
Got blood on his face. Yeah, that's just
Yeah,
crazy, bro.
and I want to believe that was genuine. I want to
Yeah.
believe that like that was like not scripted or
Yeah,
that was
set up.
just like a genuine moment. Like Trump did his thing, but also that kind of the skeptical side of my brain wants me to believe like, all right, the shooter's gonna miss. Let's go down.
Yep.
Because normally you think that instead of staying on the stage, they would just rush him off the
Rush
stage
him off. Yeah.
immediately.
It doesn't
You
matter.
know,
Just get him off stage. That's
exactly.
that's the skeptical side of me too. Like, and God forbid, it like it was real or like we're all being fished, but I'm speaking outwardly, freely here, free thinking. If it wasn't real, there never was a shooter. They planted a kid. There never was a shooter, and there never was real shots. It sounded like either a super small caliber or a BB gun. And those little blood pills are real easy. Just could pop one of them little blood pills. Just
Yeah. The only thing I
somebody
would say
did
to
die.
counter
Somebody
that
did
there was
die.
somebody actually did die. I
Somebody
can't
did
remember the
die.
guy's name, but
That changes a lot.
yeah.
That changes a
So
lot. That
it's
kind of
just,
puts it back into realization. Like, yeah, there was a shooter.
yeah. I mean, there were shots fired, like and and also another thing is how quickly they took the guy out.
Yeah.
Because dead men tell no tales.
Yeah.
So just like with Lee Harvey Oswald,
Yeah.
days after he assassinated John Kennedy, he was assassinated himself.
Yeah.
So
got to get rid of the evidence.
It's like, man. And also, I don't know if this is true. I just saw this circulating Twitter, but apparently the kid, Thomas Crooks, was in a BlackRock advertisement.
Yeah, I seen
one
that.
of their advertisements. He was in the actual BlackRock advertisement. Yeah. So I don't know, man. There's just so much fucking shit.
If you don't know about the BlackRock, just do a little deep dive. Just type on your TikTok or whatever. Type BlackRock, and just go down a wormhole for a little bit and just see how much they really run around this little bitch what we call the United States of America. I lean towards option 4 very much so, just because it just seems like it was a last ditch attempt, and now that it was unsuccessful, they realized, okay, we really fucked ourselves here. We have to make sure that Biden is not the man running against him. And to switch conversation, for people who are not in the world, like a letter announces that Biden is dropping out of the race, not face to face, not getting on the podium, None of that. A damn written letter.
Yeah, not even like a video of him, like a Twitter, like a clip or anything. That's crazy. But I mean, to be honest, I think the debate is what was the begin. Like, it was like the beginning of the downfall for Biden because we all, even if, I mean, the Biden haters, we've been saying that for the last 2.5, 3 years. Is like he's not competent. He is a dementia patient. He doesn't even know where he's at half the time. He doesn't even know, what he's doing. But I feel like the debate made it undeniable. Even if you were the strongest Biden supporter, you cannot say that this man is of sound mind because he's tripping over his words. He's losing his train of thought. He's mumbling. He doesn't even he got in a tit for tat against Trump on their fucking golf swing. It's like, who gives a fuck? Like, what are we talking about right now? Man's in his 80s. He's like 81 or something. And it's like, dude, it's over with. Like, he's done. And I think that the debate and the press conference that he gave where he called Kamala Harris President Trump and he called Vladimir Zelensky President Putin. Yeah. That was like the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah. Put him away.
Yeah, and people were finally, even the Democrats were like, fuck. Like, we can't nominate this guy. We can't give him the nomination. There's no way people will vote for that.
Yeah.
So now we have Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
And I mean, people don't like her either,
No. There's just so much fishy about the Biden, dropping out of this thing. And I mean, it could all play to, the rumors that he's super ill. And then like I see on social media, like, he's really ill and it can't be COVID. It can't be COVID. I mean, they wouldn't shut him down completely for COVID. And then he can barely walk as soon as he is seen. And it's like, does he even know that he dropped out for real?
I don't know. Who fucking knows? Fucking
time to wake up. You ready for work?
Time to wake up.
Time to wake up. Get a shower. Get ready for
damn
work.
It.
It is what it is.
But I don't know. I mean, it is crazy the way that Democrats want to say they want to take the moral high ground and say, "Oh, we're the righteous ones. We're the tolerant ones. We're the the all inclusive ones. We'll take anybody." And we respect, they want to say that Trump is like this monster and they want to be like, "Oh, we respect the democratic process." Whenever they literally in the middle of the night fucking somebody draws up this fucking statement and has Biden step down, and then they just put their own fucking candidate in there, like totally disregarding all the Democrats that voted during the primary. Like, just throw that shit out the window. And then we're gonna pick our own fucking person. So that just shows you right there that your vote doesn't fucking matter for the Democrat.
Yep.
And I mean, and there's an argument to be made that it doesn't matter either side. It's all part of the same fucking puppet show. I think that's the deeper issue. I mean, you can get caught up in Democrat, Republican, right, left, libertarian, center, whatever, free thinker, whatever. The fucking truth of the matter is that the American government and on a broader scale, the American people are bought and paid for by corporate conglomerations like BlackRock, like Vanguard, who own 80-90% of Fortune 500 companies in this country. It's like, that's the bigger issue. That's the broader issue. Who the president is, that's just something that for us to fucking be distracted by and get caught up in this fucking, you're a Democrat, I hate you. Oh, you're a Republican, I hate you. It's like, but we're all, at the end of the day, we're all Americans, so we should be more concerned about what's happening behind the scenes than who the fucking figurehead is of our fucking executive branch.
Yeah. I don't know. It's It's a lot of crazy. It's like it's so much to take in a short period of time. Like
That's what
you
I'm
got
saying. It's like
you got to try and block it out.
we're inundated with so much shit. It's like we've been talked about in the past. I mean, we're on this fucking non-stop flow of just information, misinformation, facts, falsifications, fabrications, AI, fucking all these misdirections. And it's like we're supposed to be able to make an educated vote in 4 months whenever we just had an assassination attempt.
Yep.
Democratic candidate stepped down. They nominated a new person.
Yeah.
And it's like that was all in like 2 weeks. Like what the fuck? How are we supposed to, as an American voter, how are we supposed to sit here and make a decision that we can be comfortable with?
Yeah.
That's why I'm still voting for, as much as I love Trump and what he stands for, I'm still voting for RFK. That way, whatever happens, I can be like, hey, look, I voted for fucking RFK Jr.
Yeah.
Like, it's not my fault. Whoever wins this shit, it's not my fault.
Yeah.
But I would almost bet my mortgage that fucking Trump wins this election.
Yeah. That's pretty much where I'm leaning to. Like I'm still very much in the camp of RFK Jr. I like, I still like his stances and like how he's approached he's stepped more in place acting very, presidential in the fact that, Trump gets assassination attempt. He's the first person to step up and, say something about it and be like, we want to pray for everybody involved and the families and all that stuff. Like, that's what a leader of a country should want to do and
Right.
needs to do. Like step up, be the face of our country. I'm still very much in that camp, but I still think that Trump ends up winning, especially with Kamala next to him. Once they debate, there's gonna be something. I think there's still like one more thing that's gonna happen from the Democratic side or that left side or the deep state side. Something fishy is going to happen, and it's going to open up a lot of things because it's going to look so one sided that there is no fucking chance that the Democratic Party has any sort of chance. But if they're semi in the running, it's gonna look so fishy. I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, who knows what the fucking future holds? Who knows what the next 3.5 months hold? One thing I was thinking about, and I'll end with this. Yes, both sides are corrupt.
Yeah.
I mean, the Democrats, the Republicans, they're both fucking corrupt. They both have their liars and their fucking, bad people. But the difference is, for me at least, in my opinion, yes, the Republicans are liars and cheats and hypocrites. But at the end of the day, that's all they are: hypocrites, liars, cheats.
Yeah.
The Democrats are fucking evil.
Yeah.
They are evil. They do not care about you. They don't care about anything except for staying in power. They don't stand for anything. They switch. They will say whatever they have to say. They will do whatever they have to do. They will assassinate. I guess assassinate's wrong. It's like a character. They will cancel anybody, try to assassinate anyone's character. They don't care. They will flip on you like that. There's no morals. There's no standard. At least on the Republican side, you have some people who are willing to stand up and fucking stand for something.
Yeah.
The Democrats, they don't care. They will sell out anybody, anything, as long as they can win.
Yeah.
And that's the main difference for me. So, like, if it came down to Republican candidate versus Democrat candidate, I'm taking Republican every time. But we live in America, thank God, where there is another option. There's not just two parties. There is a third option on the ballot, and that's RFK. And so, like, maybe that's, that can be construed as, oh, well, Murph, you're just taking the easy way out. You're not picking a side, But also that I will not be complicit in fucking the, whatever is to come. Exactly. I'm not going to be, responsible for that. So if I vote third party, It's because I think that is the best candidate. That's the way my philosophy is as a voter. Is I don't think you should vote for who you think is going to win. I think you should vote for who you think would make the best candidate, the best person to hold that office. That's how you should vote.
I think that's what kind of gets lost very much so in social media and workplace talk and people, having their one-off conversations is who are you voting for? And it's either like you go one way or you go the other way. It's not like who do you think would run it the best? And I think that's what I think my heart tells me, like, we've done this fucking left and right war back and forth for so damn long. Like, nothing changes if nothing changes. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, exactly.
So at what point do you step up and say, I'm not going to be, like you said, complicit in this battle. I'm going to use my vote for an actual change. What was the last independent running president that won? It was what, Richard, or was it the Fillmore guy in like 1850?
It was. I thought it was Lincoln, but maybe I don't know.
Lincoln was a Democrat, but the parties have switched over time.
Exactly.
Like, that's a whole other conversation that you could run down, but I think people just, think about it like that from that perspective. It's like, do you want to see the continued same cycle, for another 4 years, 8 years, the rest of your life? Or at some point, are you going to give somebody a chance who comes to the table with something of value, actually, for once? A good head on their shoulders, seems to not be, arrogant about themselves, and like has the best interest for the common man.
Somebody who is about the truth and who is about, especially with because you have to consider with everything going on in the world, foreign diplomacy. And if you listen to RFK and his stances on a lot of these issues when it comes to Ukraine, Russia, Israel, Palestine, China, all these different, moving parts, he is the most level-headed. I feel like he is the best candidate that's going to be able to navigate all of these things that are going on right now and still hold America in high regard and have America come out as a world, remaining as the world power,
Yeah. Right now we're the laughing stock, bro.
It is a fucking scary time that we live in, and
Lord knows it.
It's just a fucking shit show, and I hate it. But on a good note, it is almost football season, so we have that to look forward to. Fuck the politics.
We got like 30-some days to
training camp has started. Yes,
college football, and I think like 40-some to NFL season. It's like we're right around the corner now, dude. We're a month away from football, and we got a little preemie taste of football over this last week with the release. Everybody say amen. We got the release of college football, EA's college football, Ncaa 25, sure. And I mean, it initial reaction, I'm in love, right? The longer that I play, the more I find it's like, you date this, this superstar looking girlfriend. The girl, your high school sweetheart, you ain't seen her in 10 years. She comes back, she's hotter than ever. Oh my God, you love her so much. But then you realize, damn, she's a narcissist and she hoards weird collectibles, and
she's into crystals.
Yeah, she's into crystals and shit.
She's
and oils.
Zodiac sign. Yeah.
It's like,
she's got dreads.
Okay, well, at least you're nice to look at, and I mean, you run real smooth. You know what I'm saying? But you're fucking. You got some issues.
There's room for improvement. Let's put it that way. Yeah. I love the game. The gameplay the mechanics, the different play styles, the game modes, Road to Glory, fucking Dynasty, Road to College Football Playoff, all that. I mean, it's phenomenal. Don't get me wrong. I love it. And I've put in plenty of hours on it. But like you said, there is some glaring issues, and it's a video game, and anybody who is a seasoned gamer understands that no game is perfect on launch. There's going to be several updates, several patches. The game that it is right now is not going to be the game that it is in 4, 5, 6 months from now.
Yeah.
You know, so just be patient. I know, like for me, one of the biggest issues, and we were talking about this beforehand, is it's so offensive oriented. Like it's so hard. Like you could play perfect defense and still you give up 30-yard completion and then it goes for a touchdown because 3 of your fucking players miss a tackle, you know. And so I think they're gonna have to do some things. I've been watching a lot of like higher level players. I think for like, you know, like people who are just coming back to playing the game, people who haven't played Madden, you know, in the last several years, or people who are just picking it up, they'll probably enjoy it a lot because it is fun to play. But like once you get up into the higher level players, the higher tier people who play competitively, it's just there's so many things that they can improve on, you know.
My issues don't lie. Like, you know, I played my first online game. It was against you. That's the only online game I played to date, and it was very offensive heavy. We were throwing 80-yard bombs.
Yeah, I mean, it was like 45 to 44 or something like that.
Something stupid, and we were just throwing bombs. But my gripes have been I'm in year 4 of my road to glory. I put in hours into this road to glory, right? And it's just so. How do I put it? It's vanilla. It is sweet. It is good enough, but it has no real depth to it. It's just vanilla.
It's like the same thing over and over again.
It's so surface level. It's like, how are we in 2024 and there's not a running score bug for all the other games? You know what I'm saying? There's not a how come after
I mean,
a game,
like a ticker on the bottom of the screen? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or highlights or preview matchups. Like you have to like go into all the extra.
I mean, I agree. There could be better presentation, but for me, all that, like the aesthetic shit, it looks great, and like the presentation, like I said, they could improve on that. But that is nothing to me. Like I don't care about that. I'm more concerned with like the actual gameplay and function. Yeah. And like it feels like it's the same AI mechanics as the last game.
Yeah.
NCAA 14.
Yeah.
And it feels like there's been no like update or change really.
Yeah.
And it's like I'll give you like a little like an overview of mine. I saw the first one I did, elite quarterback recruit, scrambler, commits to South Carolina. Okay. The coach calls, this is what we do. Okay. Inside zone, first down, loses 2 yards. Outside zone, second down, loses another yard. So it's 3rd and 13, and he wants to call a fucking play action play that takes 5 seconds to develop. And by the time I get the chance to pass the ball, it's there's already 3 dudes in my face. And it's like what the fuck are we doing right now? It's like, why do we not have like
there's no fucking option. There's no
you can't
any playbook. There's no playbook.
Yeah, and it's like you can't. I don't know because I'm still just a freshman. I haven't put as much time into it as you have. I'm like halfway through my season on Road to Glory. But like I said, I'm more of an online player anyway. But it's like they need to do some work on it
Yeah.
because the you can make a perfect pass, and I know they try to make it realistic, but it's
Yeah.
almost like they try to make it too realistic. It's like you make a perfect read, a perfect pass, it hits the dude right in the chest, fucking drops it. It's like, what the fuck?
The drops are insane. The O lineman just forgetting how to play is insane. The DBs are fucking monsters on the outside for some reason. They guard. There's no breaks that are happening. It's like I'm playing the best DB in the league when I'm playing FCS East. Like, come, like this shit.
Right, and it's like when we lose games, it'll be like 30. It'll be like a blowout.
Yeah.
You know, and then when I win a game, it'll be like 17-10 or 17-14, and we have to fucking fight and claw and scrape against fucking Akron.
Yeah.
You know, it's like what the fuck? In real life, South Carolina is probably gonna win by at least 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns. And it's just like, man, I understand that they wanted to make it challenging.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's like they try to make it too realistic. Yeah. And then you play like FCS Southeast and you fucking get just ravaged by them.
They're
like,
the greatest team in the game.
It's like, what are we doing right now?
Yeah. I will say though, and all these complaints obviously are from people who are very, established gamers. We're game heads, so we're gonna have our, deep-seated opinions about things, and we notice the small things and the fine. It's like a film head who watches a movie, and it's like you see the little attention to detail,
the nuances and shit. Yeah,
right. But overall, it is good. It's fun to play. Like I look forward to turning it on. Like that's something that it brings.
That's like in the back of my mind. Like while I'm at work, I'm like sitting here looking up YouTube videos on how can I improve my run defense? How can I what's the best coverage to run against trips? So like it's like I love it. Like don't get me wrong, as much as but like I would be remiss if I didn't at least have a few.
Yeah.
If I didn't take a few issues with it,
If I didn't enjoy it so much so, I wouldn't care about it at all.
Right. If it was just like another Madden, if it was like a Madden reskin, I'd be like,
whatever.
I'd play it every now and then, but like,
no.
Overall, well, let me ask you this: what would you give it grade-wise right now, as it is?
Up to this point, right now, I would say I would do like 7.7, 7.8, somewhere in there.
Well, that's a little bit low. I was gonna say like B-, B. So like 80, 85. Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
But I mean, it has the potential to be fucking the best football.
The best ever.
I mean, it probably already is the best football game to date.
Yeah, simulation style. Yeah, I mean, simulation football game. It is probably.
I mean, if you want to get into the debate of like Madden 2004, 2005, those were the goats of their era. Of the time that they were made. Those games were fucking awesome. Yeah. Probably the best Madden of all time was Madden 05, Madden 04, Madden 05. But in the modern, day, football simulation style, this is probably the best iteration that we've had since Madden 2018, 19, 20. I don't know.
Yeah, because Madden doesn't give me there's nothing that calls me to play Madden ever, really.
Unless you're into like Ultimate Team, which I've never been an Ultimate Team guy. Like I've just never could get into it. I don't know, whatever, because I don't think it's cool to have the refrigerator Perry playing quarterback with an X Factor and he can sling the ball 60 yards. Like to me, that's just fucking dumb.
Yeah.
And so yes, this college football game compared to like Madden 24 is far and away 10 times better.
Yeah.
Than
I think if EA's smart, they're using these mechanics as almost as a test sampler for what Madden can play like.
Oh, I fully expect Madden 25 to run the same, to have the same fluid motion and mechanics as this game.
Yeah.
I do think that they need to up the difficulty on like online play. It shouldn't be All-American. It should be Heisman. It should be a little bit harder for people to score. And I know probably the idea was on launch, people need to have fun. And
Yeah.
what's more fun than throwing in a fucking 80-yard bomb? Just, or having a fucking run play that goes for 60 yards. I mean, offense is fun. Don't get me wrong. I love it. But on so many of these games, a lot of the times that I lose, it just feels like whoever has the ball last is who's going to win. It doesn't matter what you do defensively. It's just whoever gets the ball first in the second half, and whoever has the ball last is going to win.
Yeah.
And I hate that feeling. It feels like you can't do anything defensively. So love the game. I just wish they would improve, and they will. So
they will. There'll be patches to come and updates to come, and there'll be things. I think a lot of it's going to wait until season drops and they can really, roll out some excitement for the football season and all that shit. I think they'll play it in with the football playoffs. Which
this is.
I think their ultimate team should end up being pretty fun too. I think it'll be a different spin. It'd be dope to be like, prime Johnny Manziel card throwing it up to like, your college DeAndre Hopkins or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That'd be sick. I think that'll be
Calvin
fun.
Johnson.
Yeah, and give me Ezekiel Elliott from Ohio State. Go get some great guy. I think that'll be a fun little twist too. I might break into that once the season starts breaking off.
Give me Texas A&M Von Miller.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Get the whole U back together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That'd be good. It'll be fun, but it's been a good overall experience. So if you haven't gotten the game, spend the money. It's worth getting. I'll say that it's worth spending the money on.
Yeah, my fucking ass decided to get the NCAA and Madden bundle. It was like $150.
Now you gotta play Madden.
But I was like,
play Madden though.
I was sitting there thinking, like before I bought it, I was sitting there thinking because I was just gonna get. At first, I was just gonna wait till it dropped, on that Friday. But then I was like, nah, I want to get that early access. I want to, And so I was like, all right, let's just spend $100 and let's just get the early access. And I was looking at it and I was like, well, you're eventually, especially if you play Road to Glory and you play all 4 years, you're gonna want to go to the next level. I was like, I'm gonna end up buying Madden anyway, so I might as well just pre-order it now. And get it over with.
$50. Really
versus 70 whenever it came out.
$20 on Madden when it came out, and you get to kind of continue. Which I'm hoping they integrate that pretty well, a smooth, seamless integration. So I'm hoping that Madden's working on some kind of continuation story mode. They would be genius if they did that, because that would help boost Madden sales. Because a lot of people aren't going to buy Madden with Ncaa. If you want to continue let them continue their story out of college into Madden.
From everything that I heard, it's supposed to be where you can upload that file to Madden and continue.
I would hope so.
Because that's how it was back in the day. Like you could do your Road to Glory on college, and then Madden you could upload the file and continue your career on Madden. So
that's how it used to be. So dope. I used to love it. God, I'm excited. That's exactly what I'm gonna do as soon as I get off here. I started up a dynasty. No, I'm not rebuilding a team. I'm getting the basics of dynasty. So I started with Ohio State. I'm learning how to recruit. I'm gonna mess around.
It shouldn't be hard to recruit at fucking Ohio State.
I just want to get a feel for it before I dive into taking the mean green North Texas, and send them to the Natty and knock off Bama 8 times in a row.
I mean, it is. I have watched a lot of YouTube, like a lot of YouTubers that have taken. Like one guy took Kentucky, and it took him like 4 years to make it to the national championship.
Rebuild.
Yeah,
I won the Natty with Kentucky in year 3 of my Road to Glory.
Wow!
I am the left-handed savior Kentucky needed, and we were actually 6-0 in year 4, and we're the number 1 team in the country.
That makes my heart sing. I feel so good about that. If only it was based in reality.
Yeah. It is it's a fun little storyline, because I'm like, should I transfer after winning, because I graduated early, nerd. So I don't got to do any.
You've been hitting that fucking study tab. on the weekly agenda.
I
You
am,
hit study.
I am prepared for every exam.
You're prepared for life after football. Let's put
I
it that
didn't
way.
focus on any of the social media stuff like those first 3 years, and I somehow graduated early. So this fourth year, I don't got to do anything except for make sure I'm healthy and focus on social media really. And it's pretty cool. I got like 3 open NIL slots, which boosts a lot of my attributes, and like 90 overall. I'm a gunslinger, dog.
They did a good job on that aspect of it, of
Yeah.
like having a balance, like your academics and your health and training and social media influence and all that shit. I mean,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's good. I like and I don't remember what game it was. It might have been Madden back in the day, where like one of the tabs was like ESPN, and it was like, this week's plays, like the top plays of across the sim. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that would be something, like, I know it's aesthetic, but like those are the little things that I would like. I feel like would make it have more depth to the story.
Yeah. It would
It's like,
be more authentic.
yeah, it's like they bust into Kirk Herbstreit in the booth, and he's like, check out this play from the Ohio State, Ohio State game. And it's like some bomb. And it's like that would give more depth to other players in the league. And it would be nice to kind of like be able to look at your stats compared to everybody else's. You can't do that. You can only look at team stats and your stats. Like you don't know what the Heisman guys' stats are. All you can see is the last game that they played stats. And it's like, I guess kind of that's how the Heisman works anyways. It's like how'd they do last game.
Yeah, because it's as much as we want to base it on the whole season, it's pretty much who has the hot hand.
Down the stretch.
Yeah.
Well, that's enough college football, because I could honestly, I'd be turning that stream on. That first day it came out at 4:00, I turned my stream on. I was like, man, everybody's gonna want to see this. Ain't nobody pop up in there.
Hey, it is what
I think
it is.
I think everybody was playing it. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody was playing it, but no, it's a good game. I'm happy that it's here. It's been long awaited. We've been talking about it for months, and I think everybody's equally excited and happy to have the opportunity to get back to football, which is right around the corner, like we said. It's good to be back behind the microphone. I'm glad we are doing this tonight. I'm glad we got some stuff off our chest. Aside from that, man, Home Run Derby was stale. I don't like the fucking format.
Yeah, it wasn't. It also came out, what was it, on a Monday?
Yeah.
That was the same day that college football dropped. So
yeah,
I was sitting here playing college football, and I just kind of had the Home Run Derby on in the background. And my boy Pete, after my boy Pete went, it was fucking awful.
Looked like shit, yeah.
Yeah, I was just like,
fuck this. No, it wasn't.
Who even ended up winning it? Was it Teoscar Hernandez?
I don't even know. I don't know.
I think it was Teoscar.
I think it was
the dude from the
Royals. Who won 2024 Derby? No, he was out early.
Or was it the dude? He plays for the Dodgers.
Yeah, it was Teoscar Hernandez. I think he was up against Bobby Witt. I think that's who it was.
Yeah, that was the guy from the Royals.
Yeah. Royals. Which, go back to 10 outs or some kind of version of that to where you get to enjoy the home run instead of the camera just being on the hitter. Swing, 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 swing. Like, bro, I'm not watching batting practice. I'm here to watch fucking balls go 490 feet. See who can hit 500. Nobody's doing that. They're just trying to barely rink them over the fence so they can keep going to the next round. Like, that shit is stale and dry to me. I want Josh Hamilton, 28 home runs with only 10 outs, bro, and enjoying every one of them.
But here's the thing. It's almost becoming like the slam dunk contest. And like, why is Shohei Ohtani not in the home run derby? Why is Aaron Judge not in the home run derby? Yeah. The two fucking guys that are leading the league in home runs. Why are they not? Just take the first 5, 6, 7, 8 guys. that are leading the
The
fucking
league leader in home runs.
Yeah, take those guys and put them in the fucking derby.
The top 7 and whoever won it last year. Fair.
Exactly.
Defend your belt against the top 7. That's how it should be.
Yes, and that's how it should be. Not to get off topic, but that's how it should be in the NBA. Get the best dunkers.
Yeah.
Fucking put LeBron in that bitch. I'm not saying he has to do it every year, but he should at least do it once. I mean, not anymore. He's already he's too old. But like,
2010 LeBron, put him in there, bro.
Yeah,
give me that shit. But that's the state of sports now. It's all about health preservation and not.
And just do away with the Pro Bowl. Nobody even wants to watch the.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the flag football thing is kind of cool, but not really. Nobody watches the shit anymore.
I would rather them do it as in like. I'd rather them do it as in if you're gonna do flag football, let's do like a tournament style. That's like like the Big 3 competition for basketball.
Yeah.
Do like that with the Pro Bowl, but like I don't know, 5-on-5, two tight end, a lineman, or 2 wide receiver, a lineman, a running back, and a quarterback, and do like a little tournament.
What it should be, yes, I agree. The format, and this is just like me spitballing. Here's my idea. What it should be, so exclude all the linemen. The linemen have to do their own thing. They do like the strength and agility games or whatever. So take all the skill guys, have enough for 4 7-on-7 teams. Okay. Yeah. Get 4 legendary coaches, like you have Peyton, Dion, fucking Eli, and Tom Brady or whatever. Yeah. Have them draft their team from this pool of players, pick their quarterback, their receiver, their tight end, whatever, and then have fucking round robin tournament, round robin play, and then single elimination after that. Yeah. Everybody plays each other, and then the best 2 teams get their seeding, or you get your seeding, and then you have a single elimination. That way, and you play 10-minute, 15-minute game. Yeah. Whatever.
That would be fun to watch.
And you can do it all in one night. Nobody's going to get tired. Nobody's going to get hurt.
Yeah.
And it makes it entertaining. Yeah. And at the end, you get a bonus for winning. So you win, $25 grand, $50 grand, whatever. Each player does.
Incentivize players, and you make it to that championship. Guys' competitive juices are going to be flowing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Instead of just giving up, because they don't want to get hurt. I mean, I get it. Nobody wants to see anybody get hurt in a fucking flag football game.
Yeah. But be more.
We got to find a way to spice it up. That's all.
Yeah, make it good. All right. It's been a good episode back, I feel like. I think we got pretty much everything we needed off our chest, man.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while, but we'll be back, and this is the last you'll see of us. We're making our rounds. We're figuring everything out. We're putting the pieces together, and go back to work. I'm not out of town until like Tuesday. Going up to her family's house. I won't have no cell service. I'll be out on a boat on a lake. I'm due for a break from the world, so I'm taking it. We need to save you up some vacation and get you the fuck up out of town, you and the family, for a weekend or something.
Yep, I'll be off next weekend.
Oh, there you go. Fucking go out, smoke a stogie, do something.
Papa Zinni.
Yeah, Papa Zinni, smoke a stogie. You know what it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging with us. We know the wait has been long, but we appreciate you all hanging out while we figure it out. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys. Vote RFK. Am I allowed to say that? Is that political influence?
Fuck it. Who cares?
Fuck it.
Peace. Peace.